Hey, have you been feeling extra anxious lately? Or is it just me? The last 2 days, I don't know, I can't figure out what it is. I'm done trying to figure it out. But I'm going to share some things that have helped navigate being extra anxious the last 2 days. First of all, I actually slept pretty solid the last 2 nights. Usually, if I don't sleep great, even though I feel tired, I do have more, it seems like I have more anxiety, if that makes sense. Tired but anxious. But so I know it wasn't the sleep the last 2 nights, but I still, it reminds me of my early days in sobriety when I was anxious all the time because I just wasn't comfortable in my own skin at the time, navigating emotions without being under the influence of drugs and alcohol. That got better over time. And I mean, honestly, if I look back since 2006, when I first got clean and sober, I've went up and down with anxiety, but for the most part, it's never been bad like it was in those early days. I mean, I've had times when I've even actually got to where my ego was running the show and I was arrogant. I don't want that either, right? But the last 2 days, like I said, it reminded me in those early days of recovery when I felt anxious around everybody, anxious around family, anxious around people in recovery. My armpits would sweat when I was talking to people. I could have fun, but I just felt anxious inside. And the last 2 days have felt like that. And the two things that have helped me most is big, deep breaths, laying on this resistance ball and just letting my back curl over it. Big breath in, big breath out as I roll forward. I've been doing lots of breath work snacks, is what I call them. So that's helped a lot. But then today, I was anxious again, had a couple clients this morning, but then I got here to my studio, Feel Better Training in Creston, and I just sat down and felt kind of anxious and overwhelmed and tired, and I had extra time, so I knew I probably should do a workout, right? But I get it now. I mean, I can't say I get it how everybody else's anxiety feels or affects them. But today, like, that anxiety was taking a toll on me to where when I sat down on the bench when I got here into the gym, I absolutely did not want to work out. I actually debated, it was like 10 o'clock, and I'm like, if I drive back home to Mount Air, I could take an hour nap and then come back up here and still be in time for my next client. Like, I'm just saying, I just wanted to crawl back in bed. That's how it was affecting me. That was like my instinct. But here's the thing. I've worked out enough times when I felt off, and I almost always feel way better afterwards. So I had that in the back of my brain. But then also I am part of a community, okay? It's not an in-person community, but my cousin and I follow programming from a gym in Mount Air, or Des Moines, and we're doing an accountability challenge where I have a partner, and I kind of feel like I'm letting them down if I don't do the workout for the day. So the power of having a workout buddy is huge, okay? But here's the deal, right? Like, I did not want to work out in the worst way today. But I had that. I wanted to not let that other person down, my accountability buddy. But I just started. Like, the workout had weights. I was supposed to be doing heavy weights, and I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm going to lift that much weight today. But I just did a warm-up set, and I didn't even feel like, I can usually break into a jog, no problem. But today, it's like, I don't even want to jog. It just sounds like, it was like I felt fragile. Like I felt like even if I jogged, it would be too jarring for my body. So I literally just started walking fast and barely jogging for a warm-up, and did a warm-up light set, and then another warm-up set, and jumped up on the pull-up rig and did some swinging around. But lo and behold, just 2 to 3 minutes of moving and warming up, I started feeling a little better. And then, you know, about 5 minutes later, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do the first round and I'll go really slow. And I felt good. I felt a lot better after the first round. There were 4 rounds. By the second or third round, I was moving. And I don't know how many times I have to relearn this lesson, but just getting started is the hardest part. And 99% of the time, if I get started, I'm going to feel way better. And guess what? I got through 4 rounds and I ended up, you know, doing well in the workout, but my anxiety's gone. I feel so much better. So it doesn't have to be a hard workout, a walk, anything. Movement. Movement can be medicine. So breathwork snacks, movement snacks. Those are my 2 prescriptions for anxiety. I refuse to go on any medication. No shade to anybody that's on medications, but that's not me. But okay, hope you're having a good day. And I see a couple of you watching there that I'm hoping you can beat at the recovery workout group tonight, 5 o'clock.